two.
Well, hail and welcome back. I have a very excellent throwback for you all today. This is an art toy by artist Doze Green. Now, if any of you are familiar with my photography work, I actually shot this toy a long time ago back in the 2000s. I brought it from a friend just for the photo shoot, but once I decided I actually kind of wanted to buy it, they'd already sold it to someone else. So here we are, well over a decade later, and I finally added it to my collection. So let's go ahead and get a 360 of the box. We have the golden graffiti sort of signature on the front of the packaging. We have a texture all around the box that's sort of reminiscent of kind of a leather texture. And on the back we have warnings created by Doze Green, as well as those who were involved in making it. Now what's cool about the box is we actually have a door with some Velcro here where we can see TravelA in the packaging. My box is in fairly decent shape. It is a new figure, but the package, has a little bit of storage wear, but that is fine by me. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this guy out of the packaging and see if he's worthy of our collection. And here we have the TravelA out of the packaging. We've got the main figure himself in the middle, and we have two suitcases which he can hold in his hands. So we'll go ahead and move these out of the way for a moment. One thing I want to note about this guy is he's very, very back heavy. I had to really kind of mess with the legs to get him to stand on his own on my table. So if you do get one and you put it on your shelf, you may need to put it at the back of the shelf so it kind of leans against something. But let's go ahead and get a 360 of this guy and look at his details. He's very high contrast, very graphical. He definitely has key characteristics of Doze Green's art. You can sort of see references to speakers on his body, as well as other organic forms. The antenna on it does retract and extend, and it is a very cool looking figure. Overall, I think the paint application is good. Any places that might seem sloppy or messy actually call back to the actual artist's work, and I think that gives it character and life. But for the most part, everything is sculpted crisp and looks good, and is everything you'd expect from a vinyl art toy. Now getting a closer look, we can see here that there is a piece of plastic that covers the face, just like a space helmet. And you can see the details of the face in there in his style. There is some articulation on this figure. We have movement at the arms. We can rotate the wrists, though they're pretty sticky at first, and it might be good to apply some heat or some sort of technique to get it to loosen up. We have movement at the waist. We sort of have some underwear that look like briefs on here. We have rotation at the hips and rotation on the boots. So this boot sticks a little bit, so I don't want to force it. You can see underneath there is a gold placard with the number of my figure on here. And so we want to look at the accessories. We actually have two of these, and they're identical except for the numbers on them, 1 and 2. So we will look inside of one of them. What we have here is a hinge, and is a set of turntables. If you remember my photo from earlier, you can see that he was actually spinning a little rave for vinyl toys. Particularly, those were Dunnies in the picture. But we have a little slider here. We have the needle arm, as well as a place for a record, which comes off so you can actually hold the vinyl or have it put on. And that closes. And to get him to hold it, you kind of have to squeeze the fingers together a little bit, just so you don't risk putting any force on the paint. But they're very wide in comparison to the suitcases. And there we go. When he is holding the cases, it does help with that weight imbalance towards the back. Now for me, this was a key point of art toy history. This was a very influential figure. This was in the heyday of the art toy hype. And this is definitely one of the figures that I need in my collection as a historical piece. But anyway, let us know in the comments below if this is worthy of your collection. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time.